pretty lies. Look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Mokey channel. It has been a long time since I have been in front of the camera, hasn't it been? Right, but today I'm actually back in front of the camera, so let's start this. I actually wanted to present this deck much earlier, but I kept pushing it back and also took a break from YouTube. So yeah, it was supposed to be released kind of in sync with the video of Kris Perovic, talking about soul control and its possibilities and what it can do. But now this time is quite over, so I'm just getting the video out now because, yeah, let's get it out of the way, right? It doesn't matter if I just keep the deck and it doesn't show it. So, soul control, Monarchs. Of course, we play 3 Teth Talos, because it's great to see opponent hand cards, and if you burn him for damage, it's even more funny. But of course, if your opponent sets too many cards, Mobius is quite useful as well, and if he has also open spell and traps, yes, very very nice. Some people prefer the Light Monarch variant. I prefer Grand Mark, because Grand Mark has the option to choose between a Face Stone Spell and Trap or a Face Stone monster, which gives him some versatility that I like about him. And then I play Blowback Dragon. If you don't know why I play Blowback Dragon, I would recommend to watch 2 videos actually. One of them is on my channel, and one of them is on GoldFormat.com's channel, and it's from Raust, and it's actually about Blowback Dragon. And the other video is on my channel from Kris Perovic. It's about soul control, and he greatly talks about Blowback's strength, weaknesses, and how to use him, how to play him, and its mathematics. And yeah, it's a great card you can utilize in this deck. So basically, if you know how to use them, great. If you want to make sure you use them best way, we'll go and watch these videos. I highly recommend them. Okay. And then we have the Single Breaker, also to break through with spell and traps. And then we have a very, very heavy warrior lineup, because lately Chaos Warrior is the shit, isn't it? So it's strong. It's just strong. The DD in lineup, the Blade Knight, the Donzaluk for more hand destruction, the one Mythical Swordsman because we don't like face downs, the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke for just stalling monsters that are in the way, or someone sets Chaos Sorcerer on BLS in defense position and just banishes. We don't like it. So Exile Force, because we can use it to get rid of anything. Now we have one Command Knight, because Command Knight is actually a very great card if you are not focused on Chaos, because Command Knight, it boosts everyone by 400 points, every warrior on your side of the field. But actually he has also a commanding effect that he redirects attacks towards him, which is pretty nice. And never forget he boosts himself, and never forget he has 1900 defense, which is very very nice in a warrior build, when you can also just play a warrior that has a huge defensive lineup. So he can basically sit there with 1900, which is really really strong and really hard to get rid of with just a normal summon. And he basically makes your warrior stronger, and he just sits there and be like, okay, you can get rid of me, which is quite nice. So that's why we play Command Knight. And one more defensive option we need in this deck is Spirit Reaper, because Spirit Reaper is not only good for ripping opponent's hand cards, but also he just sits there, is indestructible, and that makes him some good tribute fodder. And yeah, so this is pretty useful. Of course, we're going to see some spells now. The Trinity, Rhoda, because we play lots of warriors. Burial and Snatch Steal, Heavy Storm and Mystical Space Typhoon. Lightning Vortex, because some mass removal is required in this deck. And then, to steal more games, we play 3 Soul Control and 1 Brain Control. Actually, to steal the game, Brain Control and Snatch Steal is there, but also for tributing opponent's monsters. So you have quite some options to do that, and it's very nice. So this deck is focused on not only attributing to your opponent monsters, but also putting really pressure on your opponent. Because the warrior lineup is really aggressive, and then we have a lot of traps here, which help us to stop your opponent from in their tracks from building up their aggression, and also providing us with more security. So we start with 3 trap dust shoot. It's just great because this deck already has so much hand hates, and this is so effective against Chaos Turbo these days. It's so amazing. I wouldn't recommend it in every deck right at the start. It's I feel like it has seen so much play that it's been a little bit overused, but in this deck it's so much worth it. As you may have seen, we don't play Book of Moons. We do play, however, compulsories, because compulsory actually does the same in terms of Book of Moon for this deck, because we don't have any flip effects, but the prevention against Thousand Knives is also there, which is really important because we don't want to lose against a gold control deck, and also it helps us to actually let our aggression go more through, because we can just skip something back to your hand and just attack again for your life points directly, and it actually, yeah, it sets your 1 turn back basically, right? So you waste your normal summon, and I have 1 monster in the field, you have to summon again, I have 2 monsters on the field, you're always like behind me, and if I have a great aggressive monster lineup, it feels really bad to be behind, because I'm pushing, and this is quite annoying. Also, when you have big monsters like the Monarchs on the field, pushing through with 2,400 is quite annoying. Then double Saku, because we don't like to get attacked. And then we have 3 cards to standard Mirrorforce, Torrential, and Ring. So this build in total looks like this. I'm just putting the cards fast here so you can have a quick look on them. Right. And so basically this deck is trying to be a mix between an aggressive warrior deck, also some tools to provide the assistance for your Soul Control Monarch Blowback Dragon engine. And I have spoken about every card now, also about the Blowback Dragon and about the Command Knight. It has been really maybe a bit standing out in terms of what you can change. Maybe some people may prefer Book of Moon over the Lightning Vortex. However, I keep the Lightning Vortex in because I like to have Monster Mass Removal, because it's really good against gold control, and if your opponent plays Chaos Turbo, he's maybe playing some big boards that are hard to get rid of, and so you can also break through them. Also really good against against Monster Gate Turbo, so it's just effective. So yeah, and this deck is really interesting. It's quite annoying to play against it. I can really imagine the hate someone must feel against your hand cards, but it's so much fun to play, and I really enjoy this deck, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because this is coming to an end now. And if you liked this video, it would help me if you would leave a like on this video, if you commented, and if you really like this channel, just subscribe, man. Just subscribe. We are so close to 400, and I want to go even further. I want to push the channel back on its tracks where it was before, when I was not taking a break. So let's push it again for some numbers, and see you guys in the next video. This is it from me, Senpai Mokey. Mokey is out of here.